Happy evening, everyone. This is Jason. I am filming this from my present home of Forest Lake, Minnesota. And as you can see, I'm in the city of Forest Lake, and behind me is Forest Lake itself. And what if I told you that this used to be the summer vacation home of a very prime Chicago mob outfit figure? On the other side of the lake behind me was the home of Bugs Moran, who was part of the North Side Chicago Mafia outfit. This was his summer lake home, and he had a summer house on the other side of the lake. Now, you got to be wondering, if you're outside of the Twin Cities, how do they wind up not ever getting caught up here? If they made this their annual vacation. Well, the answer to that question is very simple. Forest Lake is in Washington County, Minnesota, and St. Paul is in Ramsey County, Minnesota. Now, these figures, and if you go south of here, the Southside outfit, the outfit literally had Al Capone had his vacation home on White Bear Lake to our south. And so that's about between us here in Forest Lake and downtown St. Paul. Now, these people had friendships and connections with the St. Paul Irish mob families, and therefore it was a natural connection. So how do these people get away with having a home on a lake like this without ever being caught? It's a dark little secret, or not even so much of a secret. It's kind of an open secret since it happened, somewhere around 90 years ago now. But Moran, Capone, and all of those mob leaders had a kind of a covert deal with the sheriffs of Ramsey and Washington counties. And that particular deal was that they would not, as long as they didn't go shooting up people or conducting, sending bullets flying through the air at each other in this part of in their counties, that they would not be reported to the FBI or the federal or the feds or whoever to be arrested and prosecuted. They just wouldn't let anybody know that they were up here. And so they were able to take all of their illicit gains and vacation up here. And as a result, this area was the summer vacation home of Moran and then White Bear of the mob outfit and everybody around Al Capone. Also, they were able to keep their vacation homes up here and have a good time to the extent that they could. And so, anyway, it's a beautiful summer night up here, and it's not even summer anymore. It's technically fall, but nonetheless, this is about the time of the year where those guys will start making their way back to Chicago. And so yes, the other side of the lake, right behind me here. I'm closer to downtown Forest Lake right now, and I was going to film this in the city Lakeside Park. However, it's just way too busy right now, and it's way too congested over there right now to film this. And so I picked a nice dock over here, and I've decided to do this, and I'm pointing towards the other side of the lake, the east side of the lake, where the Moran and the other north side gang leaders have their summer vacation homes. And so, because of a covert deal with the sheriff's departments of these two counties, they're able to carry on with their vacation homes and their vacation lives up here with their illicit gotten gains, of course, from Chicago. And I'm sure that money did not hurt being able to make that type of a deal, the fact that they would be spending their money in these lakeside towns, such as White Bear Lake and Forest Lake. And as such, Forest Lake will always go down as the former summer home of Bugs Moran. The other most famous person from Forest Lake here, and I'm going to pan around kind of towards the southwestern side of the lake here, the Hegseth home is still there, and those are Pete's parents. Pete is the current Secretary of Defense, and he grew up here, and he graduated from Forest Lake High School, and he was a Forest Lake Ranger himself. So the current Secretary of Defense is also from here in Forest Lake, and the Hegseth family, his mother, of course, had to go on Fox News and defend her son from all of these reports of an exchange of letters that happened between mom and son many years ago when Pete was facing numerous accusations of how should I say, harassment and abuse. But they didn't have enough. The witnesses were found to be less than credible. So anyway, the Hegseths live over on the southwestern side of the lake, kind of behind me now. And Moran, if I kind of spin this way, towards the dead east side of the lake is where you would find his vacation home. So anyway, that's it for today for this edition, this beautiful late summer, early fall edition of What If I Told You. So yes, this area does have a mafia history, and with the Chicago mob. No word if anybody from the New York Five families ever vacationed here, but Bugs Moran absolutely certainly did. And who can blame him? I mean, this is even for me in this particular day, here in 2025, Forest Lake is an awesome town to live in. I don't live anywhere close to here, by the way. I don't live anywhere near the lake. I just came here just to film this for this purpose. But I completely love being here. I am proud to be from here. It's peaceful and quiet. And obviously, Bugs Moran enjoyed it too. So that's it for now. We'll see you on the next night's edition. Peace out, homies.